Life is full of unexpected storms, moments of chaos and fear that threaten to overwhelm us. But imagine facing a literal, life-threatening tempest, only to witness a display of power that commands the very elements into submission. Today, my friend, we're going to dive into one of the most astonishing miracles of Jesus, a story that reveals his absolute authority and challenges us to rethink our fears. We will witness Jesus calming the storm, a powerful reminder that even in the greatest turmoil, there is a peace that transcends all understanding. Before we brave these tempestuous waters, if you're seeking comfort and strength from God's timeless word, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly helps us share these vital lessons with more people. It was evening, and Jesus had been teaching large crowds all day by the Sea of Galilee. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, Jesus turned to his disciples and said, "Let us go over to the other side of the lake." So they got into a boat, leaving the crowds behind, and set sail, accompanied by some other small boats. The disciples, many of them seasoned fishermen who knew these waters well, settled in. Jesus, exhausted from his long day of ministry, went to the stern of the boat and lay down, falling into a deep sleep, resting his head on a cushion. The evening was calm, the stars perhaps beginning to twinkle overhead. All seemed peaceful. But the Sea of Galilee is known for its sudden, violent storms. Nestled low between mountains, powerful gusts can sweep down the valleys, turning a tranquil lake into a raging tempest in minutes. And that's exactly what happened. Without warning, a furious squall came up on the lake. The winds howled. The waves crashed over the sides of the boat, filling it rapidly with water. The small vessel was being swamped, battered by the force of the storm. The disciples, these experienced sailors, found themselves in absolute panic. They were fighting for their lives, bailing water, struggling with the sails, but the storm was overwhelming. Fear gripped their hearts. In the midst of this terrifying chaos, the impossible was happening. Jesus was still fast asleep, undisturbed by the roaring wind and crashing waves. They couldn't believe it. Their lives were in peril, and their teacher seemed oblivious. In desperation, they stumbled to the stern, shaking him awake. Their cry was filled with fear and a hint of accusation. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Or as Matthew records, "Lord, save us, we're going to drown." Jesus, calmly, slowly, awoke from his sleep. He looked at the raging storm, then at his terrified disciples. "Quiet, be still," the voice of authority. Without hesitation, without even standing up fully, Jesus simply spoke. He rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." And in an instant, the impossible happened. The furious wind died down, the thrashing waves became perfectly still, and there was a complete calm. Not just a gradual calming, but an immediate, absolute stillness. The storm was gone, as if it had never existed. The disciples were stunned. The very elements obeyed his voice. Awe, fear, and a profound question. Then, Jesus turned to his disciples, not to boast, but to question their fear. He asked them, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" The disciples were filled with overwhelming awe and wonder. They asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Their fear of the storm was replaced by a deeper, more profound fear, a holy fear of the divine power they had just witnessed in their midst. The story of Jesus calming the storm is a powerful reminder of his absolute sovereignty over all creation. He is not just a teacher or a healer. He is God incarnate, capable of commanding the very forces of nature. For us, this story offers immense comfort and challenge. In the storms of our own lives, moments of fear, uncertainty, or overwhelming problems, Jesus remains the one with ultimate authority. His question to the disciples, "Do you still have no faith?" echoes through the ages, urging us to trust in his power and care, even when he seems to be asleep or unaware of our plight. He is the peace in our storm, if only we call upon him and believe. What storms are you facing today, and how does this story encourage your faith? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this powerful miracle brought you peace, please like this video and subscribe to Bible Story Spot for more incredible truths from God's timeless Word. Thank you for joining us.